We've come to the end of a 2-day visit by His Excellency of coal and coke projects in the Hwange area. The first visit was at localized western areas, which is a new mine which will be feeding thermal coal to ZESA, and they also are planning to put up a 600 megawatt power station, and the coking coal they'll be supplying to the various coke works which are in the Hwange area. Thereafter, we visited, His Excellency visited South Mining. South Mining is a brand new coke works which is in 2 phases. The first phase is what the His Excellency commissioned, which is 150,000 ton per annum coke battery, and they will be undertaking a second phase of another 150,000 ton coke battery. Then thereafter, His Excellency visited Jinan, and Jinan, it's a very interesting model in the sense that they've got a mine they are opening called Beifa, and that mine they are putting up a 600 megawatt power station, and they are also then constructing a 300,000 ton coke battery, which is in progress, which His Excellency visited. And beyond that, they have constructed smelters in Gwering for the production of ferrochrome, ferrosilicon chrome, and low carbon ferrochrome. They have also put a lime plant in Bulawayo. They have finished construction of an electric paste plant in Gwering, and they are also putting up an explosives factory in Lalapanzi. It's an integrated business model. So His Excellency visited the coke works being constructed, 300,000 tons. And thereafter, His Excellency then went to Chaba Mine, which is one of the 2 open pit operations of Hwange Colliery Company. The day started by a visit to Danielson Colliery, which is owned by Tsingshan. And if you recall, in 2018, actually His Excellency in April 2018 met the shareholders of Tsingshan in China, and following that meeting, it culminated in the signing of an agreement between the government of Zimbabwe and Tsingshan for the establishment of a stainless steel plant. Stainless steel, the major inputs are ferrochrome, coke, and iron ore. And what has since happened in terms of that agreement signed in 2018, Afroshin in Selu have put in 2 additional furnaces. They now have 5 furnaces. And they then started construction of a 300,000 ton coke battery, which His Excellency visited today, to prepare the groundwork for the construction of a carbon steel plant, which will start next year. So things are moving. From there on, His Excellency visited ZZCC. ZZCC have got a coke battery where they are producing 120,000 tons of coke. And what has happened is that ZZCC have been awarded a coal concession on which they will, one, open a new mine, and secondly, construct a 180,000 ton coke battery. That's the visit. That was the second port of call. Thereafter, His Excellency went to Zambezi Gas. Zambezi Gas, they are expanding production, but also have been granted a license to construct a 750 megawatt power station, which will be complete by 2025. But 150 megawatts will be ready by 2023. Thereafter, His Excellency visited Makomo. Makomo is a key supplier of coal, thermal, industrial, and coking coal to the various markets. And Makomo has been awarded a significant contract by ZESA to supply coal to number 7 and 8. And they are coming up with a huge investment to increase output and also to come up with a conveyor system which will be feeding coal from its open cast operations to ZESA. And the last port of call was here at ZZEE, which is a sister company to ZZCC. And just to reiterate that the coal concession which has been granted to ZZEE, the thermal coal will supply here, where a 450 megawatt power station it's being constructed. It's under construction, as you can see, and that's the thermal coal will feed here. The coking coal will feed into the 120,000 ton coke battery we saw in the morning, and to another coke battery which will be constructed on site. So in essence, that's the visit by His Excellency. But I think a few fundamental issues which I probably may need to highlight. That one, the coal and hydrocarbon sector is poised to, originally in the 12 billion milestone, was poised to, or had been allocated to achieve 1 billion in that sector. But all indications that it will be the first sector not only to achieve, but it will exceed the 1 billion. So it's a very good success story. More so with the other plans which are there on the development of CBM for various for various uses. More detail will be will be released in the next few weeks, but we will aggressively pursue the development of CBM, and we expect that in the next 4 weeks we'll sign an agreement with with one investor, which will see the establishment of the pilot CBM electricity plant within 18 months. Then thereafter, a rollout to the establishment of 450 megawatt CBM power station. So the 12 billion is well on course. Then the second issue which I would like also to emphasize is that this visit by His Excellency is now clearly demonstrated that Zimbabwe is well on course to move from being an importer of power, but a net exporter of power. The projects which His Excellency visited all entail construction of 1,200 megawatts of power. The projects which His Excellency visited today entail the construction again of another 1,100 megawatts of power. And then again I spoke of the 450 megawatts coming from CBM. So Zimbabwe, just if you look at the new power production which is in the pipeline from what His Excellency visited, you are looking at power projects which are beyond 3,000 megawatts. This is all new production. So even without looking at currently what ZESA is producing, we are well on course for Zimbabwe to be a net exporter of electricity. One of the issues, those who were at the presentation yesterday at Western Areas, at the moment we've got Zimchem in Kwekwe. Zimchem, the business model was being supplied raw materials by Zisco coke ovens and by Hwange Colliery coke ovens. And one of the reasons why Zimchem has had very low activity is because it was lacking feed when the Zisco coke batteries were no longer working and the Hwange Colliery coke batteries were no longer working. Now, with the planned resuscitation of Zisco and the Zisco coke batteries, and Hwange is also coming on stream with its own coke battery, that will ensure sufficient feed to Zimchem. But more importantly, the 12 billion milestone entails production of coking coal jumping from 300,000 tons in 2018 to 2.1 million in 2023. So there will be another Zimchem at a bigger scale which will be constructed here in Hwange. So there is, that's happening. Then also we have the gas generated from the coke ovens, which will be used as a substitute for diesel, which is used in flame stabilization, etc. But also more interestingly, at the Tsingshan, at Danielson Colliery, the gas which they are generating will be used to actually generate electricity, 15 megawatts of power, which they will supplement with some thermal power to have 100 megawatts of electricity generated at Danielson Colliery. So it's very interesting. It's a full integration. And again, if you look at the let's say the Jinan business model, which I referred to earlier on, we have their Beifa colliery which is being established. We've got the coke batteries which are being established here. We've got their furnaces in Kwekwe. Then we've got explosive plant being put up in Lalapanzi. The lime plant has already been put up in Blueyo, and the electric paste plant has already been put up in Kwekwe. All now feeding into the ferrochrome production. Then if you look at Tsingshan, you have the Danielson Colliery, which we saw. Then they also open a coal mine. Then we have the furnaces at Afranchin. Then where they do ferrochrome, and then there will be the iron ore in Mvuma, and a carbon steel plant, which they'll start constructing next year. So things are on the road, and there will be lots of implication upstream and downstream in terms of development. Hwange at its maximum, I think probably produced around 3 million tons, 3-4 million tons of coal. And here we are talking of integrated production capacity of 17 million tons, which can be done by one company alone. So we want Hwange to go back to its original peak, but also teaming up with other players to realize the potential which exists. Let's achieve 20 billion USD. Utungamiri wenyika yedu iti wakatipa kwanza rekuwana 12 billion kubva muzichewa ngoda tichifamba tichienda muna 2030 nyika yedu painenge yava pamusoro tichawana 20 billion kubva muzichewa zvakaita segoridhe
Phakama Zimbabwe yethu sikhanye ngentuthuko yakho sikhuluma ngegolide sikhuluma ngamadayimana sikhuluma ngeplatinum ichrome igranite ilithium amalahle owange amalahle kawange yonke indawo sikhuluma ngentuthuko yezenjiwayo ezenjiwayo ziyimali zilibhizimusi ziyintuthuko emaphandleni emadolobheni bheka basakhulayo bayaqolotsha omama bayajabula ngentuthuko yezenjiwayo bahayesu arithwara nengrahe sitshaba sa rona sesimunati sitshaba sa Zimbabwe sesinhle
Siriveri nendarama Ngoda Buratinamo Marasha kuwange Bashandi bari muzicherwa ngavakomborerwe Vapei kutsungirira nemoyo wekushanda nesimba Nemabhizinesi ezvicherwa ngavaudza mari Vachiri kutanga na vana mazvikokota
Vision 2030 tafumbila Vision 2030 tafumbila Vision 2030 kiaruna ndione siyabonga mongameli comrade Idim Nangagwa nge-20 billion US
Magesi mishonga ma industry migwagwa Nemafuta yeti motukari Shase When we talk about breadbasket Let's talk about mining Being the big bone of Zimbabwe Vision 2030 Let's achieve 20 billion USD
October 2019 utungamiri wenyika yedu iti wakatipa kwanza rekuwana 12 billion kubva muzichewa ngoda tichifamba tichienda muna 2030 nyika yedu painenge yava pamusoro cho tichawana 20 billion kubva muzichewa zvakaita segoride